When you need help or advice, you turn to your parents or a trusted friend for help. So why go outside of Virginia, your home, when you need car insurance? Able Insurance gives you individual attention and won't turn you away no matter what your driving record looks like. Giving same-day personal service in the state of Virginia for over 30 years. Able Insurance, 979-0814 is the number. AbleInsurance.com is the site.
Go.
What up, though, Ball Hawk Show.
Say it one more time.
What up, though, Ball Hawk Show.
What up, though? Welcome to the Ball Hawk Show podcast. I'm your host, Amaya Hawkins, and I appreciate you taking time out today to listen to the latest episode of the Ball Hawk Show podcast. Before we get started, as always, if this is your first time checking out the show, major salute to you, but make sure you hit that subscribe button. Whether you're listening on YouTube right now, you tune in on iTunes or Apple Podcasts, you might be listening on Spotify or PodBean, BlogTalk Radio, TuneIn app, Google Play, wherever you are listening to the Ball Hawk Show podcast. Make sure you subscribe so you get notifications every time I upload an episode. And if you love to talk live, I have a live show that I do Monday through Wednesday from 5:30 to 7 o'clock Eastern time in the afternoon. So if you like to talk that talk with other callers and viewers on YouTube and Facebook, definitely tune in on blogtalkradio.com/The Ball Hawk Show from 5:30 p.m. Eastern time to 7 o'clock. And also, it's unfiltered and uncensored, so some callers use foul language. So if that's not your cup of tea, you may not want to call in. So let's go ahead and recap University of Virginia versus Duke. They played Saturday night, which is last night. I'm recording this on Sunday. We're going to recap that game at John Paul Jones Arena between two top five programs. The King himself, LeBron James, was in the building with Rajon Rondo. He also had Grant Hill in the building, amongst other notable stars and famous folks. Also, the Virginia Cavaliers football team will recognize during the timeout for their bowl-winning season. So salute to those gentlemen. So let's go ahead and jump into it. What did you guys see from the game that you're dissecting, that you're second guessing, that you want to complain about, that you want to blame for the reason why the Cavaliers came up short versus the Duke Blue Devils by a score of 81-71? Yes, they were beat by 10 points. Yes, Duke scored 81 points. That's something that we haven't seen in a long time. It's been a long time since one team has defeated the Cavaliers twice in one season. I think I just said that. Florida State was the last team to do that. But the last team to score over 80 points versus Pitt was, I just said the team that did it. The last team to score 80 points versus UVA was Pitt. I just gave it away. Pitt scored 88 January 4th of 2017. So, Duke came in. And the key to the game coming in versus Duke was, keep them out of the paint, make them settle for jump shots. Look at the Syracuse film. Syracuse played that zone and made Duke take uncharacteristic jump shots, keep them off the offensive boards, and make them pay when you have the basketball. Those are the keys to the game. And, just the first couple fights, Duke did something nobody expected. Hit three-pointers. I mean, late in the shot clock, they hitting threes, and it started off slow where they jump out to like an 8-0 run or 10-0 run, something crazy. I was in the building. I forgot. I just know they jumped out to like an 8-0 run, if I'm not mistaken. 2 threes, and then I want to say did Zion get an early dunk? Somebody got a steal, and then they got an early layup on a fast break. But some team notes before we start dissecting in the analysis part. Some team notes. Virginia is 5-2 versus ranked opponents this year. Both losses to Duke. UVA's 13-game home winning streak ended. UVA is 51-121 all-time versus Duke, including a 34-40 record in Charlottesville. Duke has a 3-game winning streak at John Paul Jones Arena. That's a huge stat because rarely do we lose at John Paul Jones Arena, but the last 3 times they visited, they've been victorious. UVA trailed at halftime for the second time this season. The last time we trailed at half was at Duke. Duke's 13 3-pointers was most versus UVA. UVA also allowed 13 when Pitt scored over 80 points in that same game from January 4th, 2017. Duke shot 57.8% from the field, best versus Virginia since Washington shot 58% in 2010, November 22nd. Some player notes. The usual suspects led us in double figures. Cal Guy had 16. Ty Jerome has 16. And DeAndre Hunter had 11. Cal Guy has a 22-game 3-point streak. Mamdi Diakite scored 7 points in 10 first-half minutes before he was knocked out of the game. Diakite extended his block streak to 15 games. And Mr. You Better Call Ty Jerome. This was his first game back since he missed the Miami game. Was glad to see him back on the floor. And as we look into more individual stats, we'll start with Duke. R.J. Barrett played 40 minutes, was 8 of 15 from the field, a phenomenal 6 of 10 from 3, just 4 of 7 from the free throw line. He also had 7 rebounds, also had 5 turnovers, 1 steal to total 26 points. The last 2 times these teams met, he scored 30 points. He basically was looking like a low-budget James Harden out there with all those threes he was hitting. He wasn't, dancing and traveling. Well, he did travel a couple times, but that's why I call him a low-budget James Harden, and he left-handed. But who would have thought this dude would come out blazing the way he did in the first half, shooting threes? Zion Williamson, he was 6 of 8 from the field. He's always efficient. He understands his limitations, and he understands what he does best. He was 1 for 1 from 3. He took 1 3 in the first half on the left elbow and splashed it. He was 5 of 7 from the free throw line. He had 5 total rebounds, 5 assists to 5 turnovers, 3 blocks, and the one damn block looked like Michael Jordan's arm in Space Jam when he was dunking on the Monstars. I don't know how he got that block on DeAndre Hunter. I mean, it was a low pass, but still, he started on the opposite block and came all the way to the weak side in the corner. And Serena's Williams backhand return blocked DeAndre Hunter's three-pointer. He had 18 total points. He also had 3 steals. Cam Reddish, who showed me he's a very good defensive player. We know he could do offensively, but he demonstrated his two-way capabilities this game. Just seeing these guys in person, you understand that they are truly avatars. They are truly monsters. They are athletic freaks. When you see them walk in the building, they are basketball players, like phenomenal built basketball players. Just athletes, not an ath with a T, but an AF, athlete, a monster, an avatar, any descriptor that could just demonstrate how freakishly looking they are when they're on the court. Cam Reddish is another one. 6 of 10 from the field, 5 of 8 from 3. 17 total points, 3 steals, 3 assists, no turnovers. Trey Jones is back. He missed the first game there. General, the dude that adds toughness, on-ball defensive skills, guards you for the full length of the court. He's a pest, very crafty. He was just 4 of 8 from the field, 1 or 2 from 3, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 13 points, 2 steals. Marquez Bolden only attempted 3 shots, played 24 minutes. He had 5 points. Jack White had 2 points. But basically what gets them going is the 4 that I started with: Barrett, Williamson, Reddish, Jones, the Fab 4 freshmen. They get busy. As the boys in the barbershop would say, ball hawk, they gets busy. We can say what we want, right? You can have any game plan that you want, which Coach Bennett and the staff had a phenomenal defensive game plan. We're going to make sure you don't penetrate. We're going to help and recover. Show us you can shoot. Everybody was, well, not everybody, but a lot of fans, basically, simply my boy JaVale in the ACC Sports Talk group was basically saying that, and other folks were questioning Coach Bennett and his defensive prowess, defensive game plan. You know, we need to check the zone. Coach got to show that we can play zone. We got to make them, you know, shoot the ball. We can't give up paint points. We got to keep them off the boards. And before I get into what I think about that, let me just go over some team stats for y'all, for them. Team summary. In the first half, Duke shot 59% from the field. They shot 72% from three. 72% from three. Both teams attempted, well, not both teams, but they attempted 22 shots. UVA in the first half attempted 32 shots. So we got 10 additional shots on the rim than Duke did. We hit 5 threes in the first half. They hit 8. They were 8 of 11. We were 5 of 10. We shot 50% in the first half, 46% from the field. So you telling me we shoot 50 from the first half from three. Also in the high 40s, the mid 40s from the field, and we still losing because they were red. They were the Golden State Warriors from three. It's tough when you playing against the Monstars and they not dunking. They shooting threes. When you are playing against supreme athletes and you know you're not as quick twitch as them and high flying as them, you're going to take away their strength. Their strength is getting to the bucket, dunking, screaming, bouncing up and down, high-fiving, boogalooing, all the stuff that they do. So we like, shoot it. Shoot the J. And R.J. Berry was shooting in our face. I mean, yes, we could have closed out faster, but it's one of the things like we can't have it both ways. We all wanted to make sure Duke stayed out the paint. So we made sure that we sagged and we formed that wall. We really paid that pack line defense, right? If you drove, we overemphasized stopping the drive. So, yes, we were a little slow. It went in our recovery. And that speaks to Trey Jones being on the court. Just a true facilitator, a great vision. And you flip it on the other side, Ty Jerome, first game back, 37 minutes played, 6 of 11 from the field. He was 2 for 5 from 3. 3 rebounds, 4 assists, had 3 turnovers, also had 3 steals, 16 points, as I said. Cal guy, 3 of 9 from 3, 6 of 15 from the field. He had 5 turnovers. DeAndre Hunter played 32 minutes, 4 of 9. He only had 9 shots. DeAndre has to get more aggressive for my liking. You are a potentially lottery. Wait, let me keep going before I go into that diatribe. Mamadi Diakite, as I said, played 10 minutes, got knocked out the game, had 7 points. Jack Salt played 23 minutes, 3 or 4 from the field, 2 rebounds, both were offensive, 2 assists, 2 steals, just 6 points. Jay Huff, 13 minutes, absolutely electric when he was in the game, 8 points, 2 for 2 from 3, had a quick dunk as soon as he got into the game, had 2 rebounds, 3 personal fouls in just 13 minutes, but we're not worried about that. Braxton Key led us in rebounds. 27 minutes played, he had 10 rebounds. 6 of those are offensive. Kihei Clark played 24 minutes, 3 points, no turnovers, 1 assist. Did all he could do. He was 1 for 2 from 3, 1 for 4 from the field. Overall, Duke shot 61% from 3, 57% from the field, 69% from the free throw line. That's where they trash can juice at. But nobody saw them shooting 61% from 3. You gotta be kidding me. Get out of here. Get all the way out of here. 17 points off of turnovers. UVA as a team had 14 turnovers. This is like the 3rd or 4th straight games we got double-digit turnovers. We're probably the only Division I team that I could think of that I know of. I'm going to just throw that out there. I could be wrong. That averages under 10 turnovers coming to the game, and that's a couple games in a row before this one of having double-digit turnovers, and we still didn't average that for the season. So you throw in the 14 turnovers we had, and they made, accumulated 17 more points for them. They turned the ball over 15 times. We turned that into 11 points off of turnovers. We outscored them in the paint. 28 points to 24. Come on, man. UVA, the team that's not supposed to have a bunch of athletes, outscore an athletic team in the paint. Why? Because they shot the lights out from three. Now, when you look at the totality, they only made 3 more threes than us. They beat us by 10. We attempted 3 more and made 3 less. So they were 13 to 21 from 3. We were 10 to 24. This is the first game where we shot over 40% and we lost. So you look at the dynamics. I mean, we attempted 5 or 7 for free throws. They attempted 16 or 23, and we started fouling late in the game. So, they attempted 18 in the second half. It could look a little skewed in the first half. They shot 5 free throws. We didn't attempt a single free throw in the first half, and I don't know if that's because of the way the game is officiated. Did we not go to the cup enough? We did settle for a lot of long mid-range jumpers, what I call the Kobe Bryant jumpers, just 1 foot inside the three-point line. But majority of the time, you got to take what the defense is giving you. And here's why I get into my breakdown. I guess you could call this the soapbox moment. Before I go into the soapbox moment, this episode of the Ball Hawk Show is sponsored by aberinsurance.com. Go to Aber Insurance for all your insurance needs, home, business, auto. Holler at Billy and Charlene White. If you're here in the Charlottesville area, the office is located right off of Ryle Road, right where Pizza Hut used to be, and they have the Gold Exchange. You'll see the sign off Ryle Road across from the library. So go to Aber Insurance and tell them the Ball Hawk sent you. So here's my analysis for the game. First of all, UVA fans, yes, you could be upset that we lost. We're true competitors. We want to be great. But in your path to greatness, you got to be a realist. We just got beat by a better team last night. It's not about being a better team overall. It's about being the best team that day, that afternoon, that night. Duke was the better team last night. We had a game plan that every team is going to administrate against Duke. Make them shoot jumpers. Keep them off the boards. So they outshot us from 3, which we're one of the better three-point shooting teams, not only in the ACC, but in the country. But we also out-rebounded them. Ladies and gentlemen, we had 14 offensive rebounds. 14 offensive rebounds. We did. 14 of them. They had 8. I'm going to say that one more time because I don't think y'all understanding where I'm coming from. We had 14 offensive rebounds. That's 14 opportunities for second chance points. We limited them to just 8. So coming to the game, it was keep them out the paint, win the rebounding stat. Did both of those, right? We did that. Outscore them in the paint. We did that. The one thing we didn't do is get the memo that these fools can shoot. What in the John Brown Hine Pots is going on that they made threes at that clip? I don't know. I was sitting there and standing with my wife like, you got to be like, I could see Cal got in them face. Like, yeah, shoot that, RJ. You ain't got no shot. Okay, boom. Rebound. When it left their hand. Rebound. And them things was going in. Any type of sound effect. Swap. Splash. I'm talking about no rim. All of them was going in. Swap. All net. I'm talking about then it would bounce a rim, hit the top of the backboard and come down. I'm just like, what in the hell is going on? Then Cal Guy get a clean look in the corner and shooting a broken. Cal Guy did hit a step back on one of they big dudes' face though. Then Kihei get a nice look in the corner and airball. I was like, yo, what the heck? You mean they making threes and we missing our good looks? That's when you just tip your hat to the better team. That's all we can do. We got to get out of this narrative of the Jack Salt and the J-Hub. You know what? I'm like, screw, yes, I want J-Hub to play. Yes, I could see giving him more minutes over Jack Salt. But we need to talk about Braxton Key, the one I keep saying, I need him in the game more because he makes it happen. I need more Braxton Key in the game. Y'all can have the J Huff argument. I'm not even arguing that no more. He's dynamic when he gets into the game. I need Key in the game. That's who I need more minutes. He used to be a starter. We don't know what's going to happen with Montedia Kite. Concussion protocol in football, that's usually a week. This is a quick turnaround. We got UNC tomorrow. I'm taping this on Sunday, so on Monday, we got UNC. I need Braxton. I need all that. I need Braxton Key on Luke May. I need that ASAP. Let me get that. We got to have that. I need Braxton Key. While y'all paying attention to J Huff, I need Key. That's what I'm talking about. The boy had 6 offensive rebounds in just 27 minutes. Getting after it. And he's strong. He's strong with a K. Not strong, but strong. Play solid defense. A glue guy. Give you a little bit of everything. Get buckets if he had to. He could shoot the open 3 if he had to. But he understands his role. But this takes me to, when we talk about roles, this is what we got to get to. Diakite's been the guy that sets the table, right? You get him off early, get him points early. He like the Energizer Bunny. He blocking shots. He's active. His energy is infectious, right? Then we got Ty Jerome, our general's back. When the game seems like it's getting out of hand, he'll hit a 3 from Thailand because you better call Ty Jerome. I'm talking about DeAndre Hunter, man. DeAndre, holla at your boy. You from Philly. Holla at me, dog. We need to talk. Lottery potential. This is your last year of college basketball. You're not coming back. You're not. Let's go ahead and put that out there. He's not coming back, in my opinion. He's a bona fide NBA player. All right? But just because you're an NBA player don't mean, like, it's different categories of an NBA player. Last night or so far this year, DeAndre is a complimentary NBA player right now. Meaning he's not a player that you could just give the ball and say move anywhere on the court. To me, you have to let him catch the ball in spots. Free throw line extended. Both baselines, free throw line. Just if you could just do a semicircle in that area. That's his kill zone. That's his kill zone. If he catching in the kill zone, you're done. He triple threaten you. 1 dribble to the right, 1 dribble to the left, 2 dribbles, pull-ups, anything you want. Finish at the cup, both hands dunk on you. If he catching in the kill zone, you're dead meat. Don't matter who you is. Zion, RJ Barrett, it don't matter. He going to kill you. But if he catch the ball 3-point line extended, he can't dance. And that's the difference between a monster and just a mere mortal. Dude got 3 monsters. Do y'all realize they basically got 3 of the best players in the country on one team? They got the top 2 draft picks on one team. That's it. Period. And when them fools hitting for, I don't want to call them fools, but when you got monsters shooting jumpers, anybody that's ever played basketball, and you got, you're checking a superb athlete that's faster than you, that's more athletic than you, you're going to take away that athleticism by doing what? Giving them space and influencing them to shoot jumpers. I know I sound like a broken record, but I can't believe that these dudes was hitting like they were Cal Guy, like they were Ty Jerome. Like, that's our superpowers. How you going to use our superpowers against us? How you going to do that? And not only was they using our superpowers on offense, they use our superpowers on defense. Trey Jones checking 90 feet, 92 feet, whatever the length of the basketball court is. Then Cam Reddish, he making it hard for Cal Guy to even dribble. He done took his cookies one time. They made Cal just be a ball handler. You got to handle the ball now. We're gonna take Ty out. We're going to full court press Ty. We're going to make 5 dribble the ball. Dribble the ball 5. Can you dribble the ball? Show us. That's what they saying. Then when 5 get the ball and you got a high screen and roll with a Jack Saw or with a J Huff, what we going to do? We're going to let our big check you 5. What you going to do? You going to go to the cup or you going to try to shoot over this tree? Because we got Zion waiting in the block. For any folks that's wondering why like Ty Jerome, a Cal Guy, passed up easy layups, I'm saying this from quotations, because Zion was ready to swat the hell out the ball, Trust me. He there. People say, oh, Ty Jerome, he getting to the rim, man. He need to take the layup. When Ty was doing the Steve Nash, Steve Nash would penetrate for the Phoenix Suns and come out the back end. Instead of taking the layup, he would dribble all the way out to the opposite block and then kick it to the corner or kick it to a cutter from the weak side. People like, oh, Ty could just go straight up. The floaters that Ty did make, he shot over 2 tree trunks. But I don't want to use no more of y'all time, man. I'm going to just say this. Duke was just a better team. Coach Krzyzewski understood that he has top flight, lottery picks on his team. He's very thankful that they were hitting jumpers because they wasn't going to get to the cup versus us this game. Zion had 2 dunks. Whoop-de-doo. The kid is phenomenal. He plays within himself. He's demonstrated to me that he's not a selfish player. He's not Hollywood. He's not Sid Diddy. He's a down-to-earth guy. I don't understand how people can dislike him. I understand that he plays for Duke, but him as a person and as a player, I don't understand how you can dislike the way he plays basketball. He plays within the system. Like, he could come to UVA. He could have came to UVA and fit right in. Like, that kid could have fit and played right with us. He could have played in the pack line. He plays defense. He does. The kid is not lazy. He's active. You want to see a kid like that do well, man. So I know he plays for Duke, but I appreciate greatness when I see it. I appreciate a generational talent when I see it. And LeBron James and those guys probably trying to recruit him for Clutch Sports. They went in the house. But Cavaliers will bounce back. You guys keep your heads up. You continue to battle. When we shot like this, when we played Virginia Tech, we beat them by 20. The fact that they shot this great from the field and you were always within striking range, and every time you got close within 5, within 4, and they responded with a bomb, it's demoralizing. So you guys keep your head up. We can't point the finger at anybody but the basketball gods. The basketball gods just say, hey, they're going to be better than you tonight. There's nothing you can do. Yes, you want to cut down on turnovers. Yes, you hope that you can clog the lane up and recover out and contest the 3 more. We always wish that we can do more, but sometimes better team won that night. Tip your hat to Duke. You know what I'm saying? Stand up to the trash talk. If Duke fans talking trash to y'all, so what? Let them have it. Let them bask in the glory. They beat us back to back. You got that. Tip your hat. It is what it is. Don't get in the pissing match. I was going to say something inappropriate. But that's all I got to say for y'all, man. Make sure you chill on the Wahoos this Monday versus UNC. If you listen to this podcast on Sunday. If you listen to it on Monday, make sure you tune in tonight as the Wahoos take on North Carolina down there. It is at North Carolina, right? I ain't even looking at it right now. But holla at you guys later, man. Appreciate you guys taking time out your day to listen to the Ball Hawk Show podcast. Make sure you subscribe. And if you want Shut the Hell Up Juice apparel, go to sthujuice.com. I got a $10 sale going for the Shut the Hell Up Juice State of Virginia edition. It's not on the store, but if you check on Instagram, you check on Twitter and on Facebook, you will see photos of folks, that have purchased it, wearing it, and I'll make sure I continue to circulate it. And if you want to get in contact with me, just email me theballhawk9@gmail.com or hit me up on Twitter at @IamBallHawk and Instagram at @IamBallHawk if you want to inquire about purchasing a sale shirt. But that's it, man. It was good to see my dog Ty Jerome back. He had good to see him back with a sore back, but he fought through. Good to see our general back on the floor. Wahoos, we're going to bounce back, man. That's what we do. We keep fighting. So good is the enemy of great. Be great in everything that you do. Keep shining. Ball Hawk, I'm out.
I want the whole world spin my record. Jerome, the hoodie styles, check game, stay free records. Oh, show the girl fed to death and I'm massaging. Bad news either be massaging. I got a fitted heavy, I be massaging. Pinky rings on my finger, I'm massaging. I got a speedboat concert cause I massage. I coming through about a whole Econo Lodge. I be massaging, I be massaged. I'm coming through with Cadillacs and massaging. Yeah, boats I'm constantly massaging. I got be massaging. I catch croaker fish cause I'm massaging. I like a macaroni plate, I be massaging. Even oodles and noodles, I be massaging. Straight out the ghetto, cause I'm massaging. I got ice around my neck cause I'm massaging. Or even gold teeth, I'm massaging. A pinky ring iced out cause I'm massaging. I got $100 million, I be massaging. I got $10, I be massaging. I got $1,000, I be massaging. I got 22 cents and be massaging. I take a penny and be massaging. I tell shorty girl fat, I be massaging. Your big tooth, I be massaging. I be massaging, I be massaging. I got a GPS stern with massaging. Whole share road chain be massaging. I got a Uzi, I be massaging. I got a 12 gauge pump, I massage. I got 100,000, I massage. I ain't broke, I be massaging. I stay paid, I be massaging. I stay late, I be massaging. I hit the pool all night cause I'm massaging. She wanna come through loaded and massage. Whole team, we massage. Bad new posse constantly massage. Ain't no joke, I be massaging. Even the bacon and eggs, I be massaging. Polo shirts, Chateau Adidas, I be massaging. I love you, sweetie cake. Spin my record, let me give you the game. On how to get rich. Take a penny and flip a penny. Then 40 billion. Why? I be massaging.